war were the troops ready? Gary Lineker couldn't hide his injury. But what about England captain Brian Robson?
Brian, you've been plagued this season by injury. The big question, of course, will you be ready for Mexico?
Absolutely. Bits of me are already fit, and in fact, certain bits have already been flown to Mexico to give them plenty of time to acclimatise.
But defeat by Portugal was followed by disaster against Morocco. Brian Robson was helped off. Ray Wilkins was sent off.
It wasn't like Ray Wilkins to go throwing footballs about, you know, but he did.
And the referee could have actually stopped the ball and moved away, but he let the ball hit it and produced a red card. And I thought at that time, when we lost Robson, Ray Wilkins got sent off, I thought, well, this World Cup is not for us.
– 1986 was a big year for the Housemartins, led by the man with the biggest football sticker collection in pulp.
I do have one particular sticker book nightmare. 1970, I've got the whole set apart from Giacinto Facchetti, you know, the Italian player. And I swapped him at a bus stop in Sheffield when I thought I already had him. So if anybody's got Giacinto Facchetti from 1970, I'll pay them a bit of money for it. Why I swapped him, I don't know. Maybe nerves.
With Brian Robson injured and Ray Wilkins suspended, the England manager had to shuffle the pack, but found an ace up his sleeve.
Lineker is in the middle.
I always thought Gary Lineker was the luckiest footballer that ever lived, because he could score goals that would ricochet about 50 times. He'd fall over, do a forward roll, knock into someone, and hit his knee, go in the top corner. You know, he always seems to be just very, very lucky.
He's absolutely right. Totally right in every way. What a good judge on football you are.
Went out after a bruising battle with Uruguay.
To be fair, they got a bit evil. And not just rough, but actually evil. It took me a while to figure out why people can behave like that. And as we're driving away from the ground in Netza, and there was dead dogs, there was kids in the street, I mean, barely any clothes. And it's only, I think, when they start playing football, these people say, well, there is another world, and I'll make sure I don't go back to that world. And I had a better idea of what makes South American footballers tick.
Diego Maradona, the man England must stop.
We were due to play at Glastonbury, and we were on stage exactly as the match started. And the only good thing was that there was a BBC camera crew who had a monitor, and they were watching it on the side of the stage. So every now and then the show would stop. I'd have to go and see what was going on, announce it to the audience, and then we could carry on with the show. But when the Hand of God thing happened, the whole place was stunned into silence.
I was in the pub and it all seemed to happen in slow motion for us.
I remember thinking, well, Peter Shilton's posting a letter. He was just like that, come out of his goal and put his hand up.
He did it quite cleverly because he actually flicked his head at the same time, and it looked a little bit as though...
He's given a goal. And Don said no. I said, no, look, Don, he has. And he had.
If that was, you know, the hand of God or whatever, it was definitely the feet of God that scored the second goal, and that was just phenomenal.
He didn't let the ball out of a radius of a couple of feet.
Autograph booth just saying, please, can you just sign this before you put the ball in the net?
But he did very well when he came up to me, because he switched it from his left foot onto his right and put it in one movement.
Try it, you'll see.
Terry Fenwick had been booked, and I think Terry would probably have brought him down in normal circumstances.
We are English. We play fair. We try to play the ball and not play the man. With respect, there are certain other countries, and I won't name those countries, who would have dropped him the last 20 minutes, we finished stronger than Argentina. But time caught up with us. 90 minutes came, 2-1, and we were very unluckily eliminated with the goal of Orozco.